Hi, my name's Kurt Jordan. I'm owner of Mosquito Curtains, and today I'd like to talk a little bit to the resellers about pricing. Remember, we only offer a do-it-yourself product. We don't go out and install. The product, it's just the model we've chosen to do. We've chosen to be an internet business, and what we want to do is we want to make these, and we want to sell them all over the country, and we don't have the sort of network to go out there and install these ourselves. So what we've done is we're developing a reseller program. And the way that the reseller program started is we had a guy in Spain that bought 40 curtains one year, and I knew he didn't have 40 porches, so I called him up and said, hey, what are you up to? And he said, hey, I've just been reselling these. What I do is I mark them up and then and I put them up for people, and that's how I've been making money during the summer. I hope that's okay. And we said, yeah, it's okay. We'll even help you. So what we did is we set up this website called outdoorcurtain.com. And outdoorcurtain.com is basically, it's just a photo gallery, really. There's no pricing, there's no contact information. It's an anonymous site that we set up where this fella can show his customers pictures of the product, and he just goes to them and says, hey, go to outdoorcurtain.com. If you like what you see, give me a call. And that's what he does. So we've decided to try to develop the reseller program here. What most resellers do is they mark the product up 50% and then charge, a little bit for installation. Okay. Now, you're adding real value to this product. This isn't like you're just buying a hamburger for $1, turning around and selling it for $2 with no improvement. Remember, we only offer a do-it-yourself product. A lot of people don't want to turn a screwdriver. In fact, we get calls all the time. Gee, I love your product, but I don't want to put it up. I'm just not into that sort of thing. Can you recommend somebody to put it up for us? So you're doing three things as a reseller where you're adding value. One, you're introducing a previously unknown product to a client. Now, despite the fact that we've done 15,000 of these, nobody knows who we are. And let's face it, when you want to screen your porch, you don't typically go online. You do one of three things. You either go down to Home Depot and see if you can figure it out. You call your local handyman that you know and say, hey, can you come out and let me know how much it would cost to screen in my porch? Or two, you go to the yellow pages and find somebody that you don't know. Right? What we do as an internet business is we capture that small little sliver of people that will actually go online. It's rare, but we get them. And we get some, and it's a numbers game for us. Every year during this season, we get some 30,000 hits to our website every month. We may only do 500 orders. And if you think about it, 500 is, boy, it's a small percentage of 30,000, right? A lot of people, they don't want to sit there, they don't want to read the website, they don't want to figure it out. They just want somebody to come in and do this for them. So what the resellers do is they typically mark the product up 50% plus charge for their time. So on my particular porch, if you've seen one of the previous videos, remember the permanent screening alternative, the traditional screening alternative, would have cost me $3,000. Okay, my product goes to a reseller for $600. He marks it up 50%, brings it up to $900. And then on my particular project, it was maybe 4 hours of installation. He pays the guy $100 to go out and install it. So he charges the customer $1,000. Now, $1,000 for a mosquito curtain or $3,000 for permanent screening. The customer gets value, the reseller makes money, and of course we make a profit as well. So you don't need to apologize in any way for marking the product up. Now, again, we get calls all the time. Well, gee, what if we we show this to a client and they go online and they find you directly? Well, I can't say that that could never happen. It's rare that it would happen, but in practice, it just doesn't happen. And if it does happen, give us a call. We'll give you some sort of concession over that. Just say, hey, listen, I showed this to Martha Jones. She decided to go to you directly and put it up herself. We'll find some way to get you paid. Okay? But think about this also. if your customer is somebody who you're going to go out there and you're going to show them some real value, and they're just going to turn around and cut your legs out and go out and try and find it directly, well, that typically isn't a very good customer anyway. And what we find is we have two types of resellers. We have resellers that sell a lot of these things, right? And they just ignore the fact that that may happen once or twice. And then we have resellers that are so paralyzed by the fact that it might possibly happen that they don't do anything. And those aren't, it's just not good business. So anyway, another benefit that the resellers are telling us about is that this is a really interesting product. It's a new product. It's been on a couple TV shows. I Want That from Home and Garden Television. It's been featured on a couple different programs. It's a very interesting product. Now, what if you went back to some of your customers who you knew had porches and said, hey, we just started installing outdoor curtains as a means of bug protection. It's a pretty inexpensive product. Here's a couple photos. So you send that out to your customers. What we find is it begets other business for our resellers. The client may say, hey, that's a real interesting product. Yes, I'm interested. Or they may say, that's an interesting product. It doesn't really fit what I'm trying to do, but gee, I'm glad you called. I need something painted, or I need a new deck built, or I need something done. And the reseller uses this interesting product as an excuse to go back, talk to their customer, and drum up some other business. We find a lot of that from our resellers. So we're real excited to have you. We do give a small concession. The concession that we're giving right now is if you order online directly, you'll get a 10% discount. Again, that's not really the way you make your money. You make your money on the markup. If resellers need help and they have to call in the order, because it takes some of our time, we need to pay our salespeople, then you only get a 5% concession. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to teach you to fish. We're trying to teach you how to use the website, teach you how to do this on your own, so that you can get a 10% discount. Mark it up another, whatever you want to. It's up to you. And we want to see you make some money.